Hey there, welcome to day 115 of our annual challenge, our BU 365-day challenge. Do one thing every day that improves us. Today's topic, like so many, I created the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year, I went through, I grabbed a calendar. I think it was a calendar I got from my sister for Christmas, and I just started on each day of the year. Thought we're doing an annual challenge. I need a little structure. I just wrote down different topics with relationship to the overarching topic for the segment. Now, this segment, April, the month of April, we're covering spiritual well-being and spiritual health. So I had written down your soul for yesterday. So we talked about our soul, and then I had written down your spirit for today. And as I'm preparing this, I'm thinking, what was I thinking when I wrote down soul and spirit? And so I Googled and asked, because my question was, okay, well, what's the difference between our soul and our spirit? Because to me, they're intimately linked. In my past understanding, they're intimately linked and sort of the same thing. Yet, according to the internet, they aren't. So let me grab a magnifying glass and share with you what I learned yesterday. So I asked, what's the difference between your soul and your spirit? And our spirit is a particular way of thinking, feeling, or behaving. It's the non-physical part of a person regarded as their true self and as capable or surviving physical death or separation. So our spirit, not necessarily our soul, our spirit is what gives life to our physical body. It's the essence that's connected to God or the universe or infinite beingness or whatever you happen to believe or not believe or would be curious about exploring. But spirit is what gives life to our bodies. It gives life to our existence, and it's like that. To me, it's like the energy and the life force of our being, right? And so it continues on infinitely, in my opinion. Don't know what you believe. Or it's the part of us that survives after we die and goes back to the source, whatever your version of the source is. So you can refer, but spirit can also refer to non-human or supernatural things, right? Like ghosts and fairies and phantoms, the Holy Spirit of God, anything, supernatural could be considered and is called a spirit as well. Thus, a little bit of confusion there on my part. But it's the incorporeal, meaning the non-physical, non-body part of us, part of you and part of me. So how do we go about finding our spirit? And then I'm going to share an 8-step process for to tap into our spirit, right? Because we want to be able to tap into that higher power, that higher sense of who we are, or that higher part of us that helps us to learn the lessons we're here to learn and move through our life in a more productive way. Now, our spirit, it's about, the whole thing this challenge is about, finding our spirit is about becoming the best self as we move forward in life. As we go through life, it's about becoming the best version of ourselves, which is what this whole challenge is about. So what are some steps that we can use to tap into the spiritual side of ourselves? Number one, set the intention. Decide you want to be in touch with the spiritual, big, higher version of yourself. Number two, feed your mind. Remember to read and learn and grow and study things that you're attracted to, things that pique your interest. Number three, be still, have some quiet time, harder for some of us than others. Number four, don't neglect your body. Again, we see the same trends and the same topics and the same list of things coming through to how do we be successful, how do we lead a good life over and over and over again in each area and aspect of our life as we discuss them. So maybe there's something to that. Number five, playfully approach your practice. Make it a positive experience for you, right? Trying to get in touch with your spirit and your soul should be a positive, good feeling experience. If it's not, you're not getting in touch with you as your real spirit. Number six, watch for signs. Our soul and our universe and infinite knowledge and universal wisdom comes to us, or God speaks to us through different things. It doesn't speak to us generally in words. It's usually through symbols, signs, pictures, but not necessarily in words. And it's not necessarily super clear what's being communicated. Sometimes we see something and we have to interpret it. Number seven, connect to your tribe or like-minded people. Study and find people that are on the same course, the same path that you are, looking for their spirit. And finally, number 8, experiment, test things out, try different things, try different ways of, maybe it's meditating for you, maybe it's prayer for you, maybe it's hypnosis, maybe it's going to a hypnotist, maybe it's journaling, spirit writing, or soul writing. To me, again, up until today and yesterday when I looked into this, I considered the spirit and the soul kind of the same thing. So what's our action item today? Our action item is to think about these steps, think about your spirit, and then share in the comments below one word that currently describes your spirit. What do you think if I say, what's your spirit? And to me, it's what's your spirit, what's your energy? To me, spirit is the energy or the life force that gives us life, if that makes sense. So if I ask myself, what is my one word that describes my spirit today? I'm going to think about it. That's going to be my assignment too. I haven't decided yet. But let's share one word that describes our current spirit, right? And maybe it's, our current spirit is sad or grieving or disappointed or delighted or excited or amused or curious or consistent. Just a word that comes to mind, and you'll know what word feels right for you. Mine might be grow today. I'm in a growth stage with respect to everything in my life and continuous improvement. So maybe grow is my word. I'm going to say grow is my word today for my spirit. My spirit wants to grow. So what's your word? Pick a word, share it in the comments below. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. And tomorrow we are actually talking about, sometimes I like to tease the topic. We're talking about enlightenment. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.